A man's personality and character is exuded through his haircut. Your image is important. Our high-end services range from a traditional haircut and shave to gray blending, beard shaping, and unwanted hair removal. Located at 425 Victoria Avenue East. Book your appointment online now at modernmen.ca or call Tammy 306-522-4111. Modern Men, a haircut for the modern man.
Hello, I'm Sean McNall, owner of TG Marketing. We are a promotional product company located in Regina, Saskatchewan. Originally founded by Tom G. McNall in 1985, we are now in our 35th year of business. My brother Ryan and I, along with our great staff, have carried the torch since Tom retired in 2011. For those of you who don't know what we do, we sell items with a company's logo on it, like clothing, pens, phone chargers, Bluetooth speakers. The list of products available is endless. Our products are a great form of advertising. Whether you want to give a gift to a valued client or show your appreciation to your staff, we have a friendly team that can help find the right product for your needs. The key to our success has been our customer service and our vast knowledge of products in our industry. We ask the right questions to get you in line with the proper product for the project you are working on. Stop by 1046 Winnipeg Street and view our showroom. Get some ideas for that next promotion you're working on. Let's make your business what everyone's talking about.
Now, clear the track. Here comes Lack. Let's head down to Phoenix now.
How about that?
Goaltending is like the most important position you have, right? And that's one that you can't afford to mess up with. If I were Vancouver, of course I would re-sign my best player. Marky has just shown so much growth and like really shown that he can play like a ton of games and play at a really high level, right?
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, welcome Canada. Welcome to the RP Show. Here we are. Why does Facebook go and change how they do things on a daily basis? Have you noticed?
I'm starting to think it might be a you problem.
No, it's not.
No?
It's not an operator error. Clark is saying, no, they do. Maybe if you actually ever shared the show, Dupes, you'd understand.
All right.
Woo!
Oh, we're on
right
today.
Out of the barn. Right out of the barn. Welcome to Canada's Daytime Sports Talk Show, everybody. I appreciate you checking in from where you're watching today. My good man, Lenny Antonini, says he's watching from the Queen City here, the sweatpants capital, and we'll be talking for football for him and others. Coming up on the program, you heard the intro there. Eddie Lack, clear the track. Here comes Lack from Phoenix, Arizona, where it was 26 degrees and sunny yesterday. Phoenix, Arizona. Did you hear that? 26 Celsius, I might add. That's July here. That's what they had in Phoenix yesterday. So
I want it so bad.
Eddie will be with us to rub it in our face. He likes to do that. Former NHL goalie, of course, with the Devils, Flames, and Canucks. He's got a lot, I'm sure, to get off his chest regarding the state of the National Hockey League and in the crease. And Jason Gregor of TSN1260 Edmonton. He was marked safe from the Bell Cuts a couple weeks ago. Jason Gregor will be with us to talk about the mighty Oilers. And we'll see what else comes up on the program today. We're going to cover it all. Let's go with a quick 6 show topics, please, Director Jordan. Let me get my phone out. Number one, Wednesday NHL leftovers, if you will. Another tremendous night of hockey, as you noticed. Here's what I had. The Leafs had better win the Stanley Cup. And by the way, that game, for the most part, I felt was a bit of a 0-0 after the first period, right? I think it was 1-1 into the third, obviously. And the Leafs won 2-1 in overtime. But they've got the best team in the NHL. It's their second best start in franchise history, the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I've gone from laughing at them to, you'd better win the Stanley Cup, guys, because you've now proven you've got maybe not only the best team in the NHL, but the best team you've ever had.
I know.
It's up there. So there's that. All of our comments just went away. And I see they did for you guys, too. They're back. Now they're back. Okay, thank you. I'll get to your comments. These are mine in the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. The Habs should hire Patrick Roy for next season. There's getting to be a groundswell of that. I think, when we talked about Patrick Roy's rift with the Habs, I'm not the biggest Montreal guy. My math's bad. I said the incident happened 15 years ago. Richard Allender, watching in Boston, pointed out it was actually 25 years ago. And wait until you get to be my age, Darren, and you look back and go, whoa, where did that decade go? And that one.
Yeah, 2
yeah.
and a half.
Right. But anyways, they retired his jersey in 2008. And I distinctly remember it because it was the night before the 2008 Grey Cup in Montreal. And the CFL was like, really, Canadians? You have to retire Patrick Roy's number 33 the night before the Grey Cup, which the Alouettes are playing in your city? It just tells you the lack of awareness, I guess, the NHL, some NHL teams have for the Canadian Football League right in their own backyard. But anyways, maybe it's over. Have we talked about that? Maybe Roy would be welcome and would be happy to come back. My third leftover, num. The Avalanche are in 6th.
That shocked me. I literally had to go look.
Well, I wasn't lying. And don't say they haven't played enough games, because their winning percentage is .594. So I'm just saying, has anybody pointed that out? And then I went away from the snooze fest that was the Leafs and Flames and tuned in Arizona, Anaheim. It was no cure for insomnia either. So I saw that the Leafs game was going to overtime. I went back and then the Leafs looked like the Ice Capades, the way that goal was scored.
I know.
Right?
What they can do.
Whoa! And the Flames were spinning like tops. I'm like, oh, when these guys are on, they're on, and when they're not, they're not. But anyways,
poor David.
My point was the Ducks. I said the Ducks are the Pats South. Josh Mahura and Sammy Steele hooking up on a goal there last night, which the Coyotes came back and won in a shootout. It ended up great, but when I watched, it was awful. And then my fifth point was, that's the same Anton Hudobin that played for the Saskatoon Blades 16 years ago, because I didn't see it in Saskatoon 16 years ago. This guy posted, this is great. I love these NHL game notes that I read every morning. Anton Hudobin is the first Stars goalie to post shutouts of 40-plus saves since Cesar Maniego in 1971.
Wow.
I know. And where's the 30 for 30 documentary on Cesar Maniego posting shutouts for the Minnesota North Stars?
I know.
It's like, we're missing such an opportunity here.
Unbelievable. Put that next to the Mike Palmateer video.
Oh, that was good. We're getting sidetracked. We're only on point one. We're getting sidetracked. He sent me a video of the old showdown. He used to do it in Hockey Night in Canada every intermission. Actual drills on each other. And I don't know who the Detroit skater was. Yeah. But he was coming down on Mike Palmateer, and it was like 5 pucks lined up on the red line, and they just went around and around and around, and we couldn't get enough of it.
Potvin went next. And
it was unbelievable. Showdown. Can we do it again? Oh, wait. They're doing other things in the intermissions of Hockey Night in Canada.
Sorry, and they made Palmateer stay there for all of them. Now, if it was the skills comp, they'd have a different goalie for each shooter.
I like the mask that Hutchinson's wearing now for the Leafs, honoring Mike Palmateer.
That's cool.
I made a Palmateer mask, by the way. I used to have the old Halloween Jason White mask, and then with a blue marker, I put the Maple Leafs on. So I liked him.
Yeah.
He's the only one. Ricardo, watching. He is a Leafs fan. He says the classic Jerry Reed song applies to the Maple Leafs. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. You don't know that song, probably. No. You're too young. Anyways, those are my leftovers from last night, brought to you by Tupperware. Point 2, the NHL.com's Power 16 rankings are out. We only go with the top 5, but here they are. The top 5 teams in the NHL this week. The Boston Bruins won, Tampa Bay, Vegas Golden Knights, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Florida Panthers. And if Toronto meets Vegas in the Stanley Cup final, there will be carnage around here. Woo. There will be carnage. There'll be blood in the streets around the RP show because we're all fans of either of those teams. Point 3, the RP show, bottom 5. Here's the worst teams in the NHL that we've come up with. Detroit Red Wings. Sorry, Darnell from Rockstar Supply Chains. You have the worst team in the NHL that you cheer for. I don't think it's news to you. The second worst team, the Ottawa Senators. The third worst team, the Vancouver Canucks. I'm sorry, but it's true. The fourth worst team is the Nashville Predators. And where did that come from?
I know.
And the fifth worst team is the Buffalo Sabres. But I might add that the Canucks are only 4 points out of a playoff spot. I don't know what they're whining about in Vancouver. Other than they need to get their act together, including tonight with the Oilers in town.
They're close. And on the Preds thing, I think Darcy Kemper killed the Nashville Predators in the playoffs last year because they've never recovered from that.
Killed their mojo.
They killed them.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting to your comments. Hang on. John O'Flynn watching in Vancouver. He says, Optic TV, TELUS Channel 924 here in North Vancouver, BC. Loving it. Seeing you on Game Plus Network. We're loving being on Game Plus Network. And I'm getting messages from Alberta and BC people. You people in Alberta and BC are finding us more and more every day. I love it. So those are the bottom 5. Point 4. Clash of the Titans at the Scotties today. Worlds colliding, Jerry. Ontario's Rachel Homan, Team Canada's Carrie Einerson. To close it out today on the last day. Don't you know it's Thursday already? It's kind of going fast. And Jennifer Jones is on the ice right now. So while we've been keeping an eye somewhat on the curling, the Scotties, we really get down to it come the weekend, right, when the playoffs are on.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a little something for everybody with this year's Scotties. The country's very well represented. Point 5 of the Quick 6 show topics is the Canadian Football League's return to play. That kind of came out of the blue, but I didn't have as much time to investigate it yesterday before we went on the air. So I've been doing a lot of reading on it, talking to some folks. So the CFL Players Association and the CFL itself are together on presenting their return to play proposal to the government by tomorrow. I saw read the quotes from Wade Miller, the president of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I feel like if we could just give this to Wade and say, Wade, you go meet with the government, he'd get it done. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He is an ornery SOB. I've said it a million times, but I respect that man. He's the president of the reigning flagship franchise of the Canadian Football League, the defending Grey Cup champions, and Wade Miller gets things done. To quote John Frenzy, he's a winner all the way. Lynch says, nice guys run the Kinsman Club. I'm not sure they're saying Wade's the nicest guy, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
He's been great to me. He's never turned down an interview. I'm not saying he's not nice, but he's ornery. And I feel like when Wade Miller wants something, he gets something. And I don't know beyond that who's leading the effort to deal with the government because they're going to give them the proposal. The NHL's was 600 pages. I don't know what the CFL is going to be. But do you not get a sense, and I'm sure you've investigated this too, there's going to be a little bit of a give and take and a negotiation here?
There has to be. There'll be a little negotiation. What is proposed here by the end of the week is not going to be the only proposal. They're going to take it back. This is only the first draft, right? This is the first draft. Mm-hmm. They're going to mark it up with red ink, and then they're going to take it back, make all the changes, take it back, mark it up again, and then finally get to where we have an acceptable proposal. That's what I would imagine.
Yeah. But I don't think it's a negotiation. Here's the thing. I think that it's one way. It's the government's like, this is the way it's going to be. You need to comply.
This is a math assignment. It's either right or it's wrong.
I don't think the CFL, if they're expecting a negotiation, they're going to be wrong on that. And then point 6, it is, if you can believe, trade deadline day in the Western Hockey League and also the entire Canadian Junior Hockey League, which is Junior A. So I was reading a story out of Vancouver Island and how some teams out there, if they don't get playing in BC, they're going to ship their 20-year-olds to the leagues that are. And that includes the AJ, the Maritimes, and then that's a trickle-down effect. You know, crap rolls downhill. If you're a young kid on an Alberta Junior League team, they might bring in 20-year-olds just to get them to play. But at least you're going to come back and play next year. The 20-year-olds won't. So anyways, we're keeping our eye on that very closely because it's trade deadline day in junior hockey across the country. Got some comments here. Ryan has jigged this, so it comes up on my laptop from Craig Smith, our director of scouting. He says, watching from Glen Cairn. Love Jerry Reed. Habs Jets tonight. Go Jets. Ricardo says Hamilton fans have been sitting on that Grey Cup loss for way too long. Bring back the football. I hope you're right. And I just want to say this. I've been talking to football guys mostly all morning. There's a ton going on. There's guys going here, guys going there, guys taking jobs in lower leagues, lesser leagues just to play, just to have a job. It's kind of scary, Darren. And I said to one guy in the States today, I said, maybe so-and-so should just hang on. Maybe he should just take this job at this level until things sort out. And he's like, I don't know that it's ever going to sort out, Rod. I don't know. It's like we're not going back to what we were. So I'm not going to at liberty to say who or what. There's a lot going on that you don't see, that's all. Mm-hmm. So our rock star of the day yesterday was Matthew Barnaby. Just going to put that out there. Barney joining us last second to break down the firing of Claude Julien. So we appreciate that. Love us some Matt Barnaby. The poll question today. We got to give this real nice, Clark. This was Clark's today. 44 years ago today, the movie Slapshot was released. So we came up with this poll question today. Who's your favorite character? The Hansons? Reg Dunlop, the coach, Dave Keller Carlson, or other. Running away with it is the Hanson brothers, by the way, which we met at the Kinsman dinner.
That's right.
One guy was so drunk he fell off stage. Just gonna. I'm like, is he act? No, he's not acting. Okay.
And his knuckles.
Not that I'm throwing stones. And anyways, write in with who your favorite character. We're getting a lot. Denis Lemieux, continuons, saison. Johnny Upton, Billy Charlebois, Jim Carr. Did I say Jim Carr, the radio guy?
Yeah, he's good.
At least I'm not chicken like you. Janelle wrote from Saskatoon and says she's never watched Slapshot. And I'm like, Janelle, I'm not sure we can be friends.
Okay, but that's almost like Sean McCormick not watching the program.
Come on out by the pool. She was an underwater specialist. Anyway, sorry.
The
classics,
program, right?
Oh, I know.
I can't believe he hasn't watched it. Those should be assigned, readings, assigned watchings, right?
Yeah, Sean McCormick is one of the. He's a director of production at Game Plus. Anthem Sports, I think, is his title. The other night he said, "What movie should I watch?" And I wrote, "The Program. Watch The Program if you've never watched The Program." And he wasn't aware of it. But you just assume that Slapshot, everybody's watched it. I remember the principal of my school, Mr. Reist, saying, dumb movie, Slapshot, dumb movie. I watched it 3 times and I hate it. It's a dumb movie. I went home and told my dad that. And Dad goes, if he hates it so much, why do you watch it 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Joe Lazito, watching from Long Island, he says there can only be one. Reg Dunlop.
Got a lot of losses.
Yeah, we got a lot of losses. That's a Hanson line. But Joe Lazito, watching from New York, and I'm with you. I voted for Reg Dunlop. There's only one. Reg, you look 1,000 years old. It's a long bus ride. I could sit here all day.
You know what I'm doing tonight? Watching it.
And I'll say one more. I want to thank this sports network in the United States, Belly Up Sports. Follow them on Twitter, Belly Up Sports. It's really big. It's like the new Barstool. And a couple weeks ago when I got introduced to these Slapshot sweethearts, Megan and Shannon, remember? They just stumbled across our show watching cable TV in Washington, D.C. and said, let's have this crazy guy from Canada on. It's opened up this huge world. for us. And last night I was on the air in Albany, New York. They're getting a new NLL team. I said, you can be our Albany NLL correspondent. Here's the thing. These guys and gals are rabid. They retweet everybody's stuff. They like everybody's stuff. Here in Canada, I'm trying to build relationships with other media groups in Canada. No, we're fine. No, we're fine. The walls are all up in Canada, but we're growing rapidly. If you want to know why our viewership, a third of our viewership is in the States, here's why. You know what I found out? They love the hockey coverage, they love the CFL coverage, and they love the NLL coverage.
Wow.
They don't get that there.
You don't get it, right?
Right? So we're proud. We're not officially part of Belly Up. We're kind of the shirt-tail cousin of Belly Up, but weaseling our way in. And thank you for having us. Belly Up Sports. Follow them on Twitter and Instagram. We are going to go to Phoenix. Speaking of weaseling our way into hearts, Eddie Lack's in everybody's heart, where it's 26 degrees Celsius and sunny. Phoenix, Arizona. We'll be talking NHL next with Eddie Lack. Clear the track. It's the RP Show you're watching on Game Plus TV Network, YouTube and Facebook Live, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Roughriders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. While the world seems to be facing one challenge after another, our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise. Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
It is. Welcome back. Producer Clark tells me we're working on bringing Eddie in, which is great because it just gives us more time to go through our business. My brother has texted me and said his favorite Slapshot character is Dickie Dunn, which, Darren, was my nickname, by the way, in high school. I wrote a column in the Weyburn Review under the byline, Dickie Dunn. Dickie Dunn wrote it. It's got to be true.
Well,
I just used a Slapshot line last week. There's a lot of shysters down in Florida. I don't know, Dickie. Slapshot is part of our vernacular.
Oh, yeah.
How do you not watch it, Janelle? I guess we know what she's doing this afternoon.
I mean, we don't hit the vending machines all the time, but took my quarter. Machine took my quarter.
Effing machine took my quarter. Dion Langevin watching in Cranbrook, BC. Says, any word on when Markstrom will be back? The answer to that is no. No answer for Jacob Markstrom when he's back. What are they calling David Riddick? Big Save Dave? That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
I just found that out last night.
I didn't know.
In the Flames-Leafs game.
But, man, he was mad going off, and he slammed the thing. But, I mean, how about a little goal support for the guy who, has made 70 saves in 2 games?
From the Hockey Hall of Fame in downtown Toronto, Craig Campbell's watching, and he says, Reggie Dunlop it is, but a shout-out for actor Paul D'Amato as Tim McCracken, nicknamed Dr. Hook.
Yes.
The captain and chief punk of that Syracuse team. Are we just going to talk Slapshot all day?
We could.
Because I can. Anyways, a sports update. Quebec's rookies are closing in on a championship round berth at the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Laurie St. George leads a shifting Pool B with a 5-2 record, but 5 teams in that group remained in contention for the 4 championship round spots heading into the preliminary rounds finale today. Defending champion Carrie Einerson and Ontario's Rachel Holman have already secured spots in the next round through Pool A. Dustin Wolf made 36 saves, and the Stockton Heat beat the Toronto Marlies 4-2 last night for their first win of the American Hockey League season. Adam Ruzicka had a goal and an assist. Actually, 2 goals and an assist to lead the Stockton offense. Zach Leslie and Alex Petrovic also found the back of the net for the Heat, who are the AHL affiliate of the Calgary Flames. Joseph Duzak and Tamo Kivhelmi scored for the Marlies, with Nick Robertson picking up 2 assists. Andrew D'Agostini made 24 saves for the Leafs' top affiliate. And Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat are continuing to claw their way back from a brutal start to the season. Butler scored 27 points, 14 of them in the final quarter, and the Heat won their 4th consecutive game by topping the Raptors 116-108 in Miami. The sports update for Ballers Rec Room, Saskatchewan's newest entertainment destination. Visit their website at ballersrecroom.com. And for Red Bull Canada, Red Bull gives you wings. Eddie's ready. Steady Eddie. Let's go down to the Valley of the Sun. Eddie Lack joining us, where I'll say it again, 26 degrees Celsius and sunny. He's smiling like a butcher's dog. How you doing, Eddie?
Good. How are you? Sorry I'm a little late. My daughter just woke up, so I had to do daddy duty.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, nice being able to work from home, of course, Eddie. And let me ask you this. Coyotes, a big shootout, comeback win last night. Have you been going to the games? Do you have any interest in going to the games? What's the scene for going to Coyotes games right now in the pandemic?
I haven't gone yet, so I got tickets for a few friends to go, but I'm just going to wait until it's back to full capacity, whatever that will be, right? But yeah, 20 or 30% fans, it's just not gonna feel normal, I think. So I think I'm just gonna wait until it's back to 100%.
I think it's a great idea, and you can watch the games on television. But hey, listen, we're goalie huggers. We're in the goalie fraternity, and people were asking about Jacob Markstrom and when he's going to be back for the Calgary Flames. I really enjoyed your tweet where you said you're torn with the Flames playing the Canucks this year. And you're still torn, right? You're going to be torn for the rest of the season on that.
Yeah, and I obviously played well. I mostly sat on the bench in Calgary, but I was there for a while, and I got to know those guys and everything too. And then a lot of my friends got traded there after I left as well. So it's really tough for me because the Canucks are always going to be my team, but I know almost the entire team with the Flames, right? And they're my friends too. So I'm watching those games as a neutral spectator right now.
Well, they're both struggling though, man. I mean, at least the Calgary Flames beat the Leafs the other night. With Vancouver, they got the Oilers in there tonight. And, that's where you're still known and loved in Vancouver. You'll be remembered as a Canuck. But what is the deal? What's your analysis of why this team has let down everybody so far this season?
I just think that they let go of a few team pieces, like core pieces in that locker room, right? Like Tanev and Markstrom, but also Troy Stretcher, I think, was big in that room as well. So first of all, it does take a little time to get your new pieces in and everyone feeling good and everyone working together, right? So with a shortened season like this, you don't really have time, right? It's just if you get off to a bad start, you're kind of screwed. So I expected them to be a little bit worse this year, but I expected them to have a few more wins this far. That's for sure.
Well, they're not out of it, but as their radio guy Brendan Batchelor said here yesterday, they're close to falling out of it. They need to get it going now, and it should start tonight. So here's one. James Henderson's watching in Morden, Manitoba, and he says, "Moose fans love you, Eddie." So I went and looked at your hockey DB. That was your first North American pro team. I was not even aware. What do you remember about playing for the Manitoba Moose?
I loved playing for the Moose. AHL wise, that was the most fun that I've had. Especially when Winnipeg didn't have an NHL team then, so it was just so much focus on us playing for the Moose, and we had a ton of fans. There was a lot of media and everything like that. So I loved it. There wasn't too much to do outside of hockey, but that kind of worked well for me, that I played hockey, I came home and I played a little bit video games and I cooked and just trying to stay out of the cold.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look at this. 53 games and a microscopic 2.26 goals against average. And then you went to the Wolves, but I mean, this is what got you your NHL opportunity. You played well for the Moose.
Yeah. That was probably, my second year with the Wolves, my second year in the AHL, my first year with the Wolf, I think that I played pretty good too, but it was just so much fun to play hockey in Winnipeg with the fans, and they're really knowledgeable about hockey too, right? And everything is about hockey, which made it so much fun for me.
It's funny that you settled in Phoenix, and I'll get to hockey questions in a minute, but we're just talking how hockey, the NHL in America, is fighting for coverage, because it's not in people's conscience in America, which I kind of find it hard to believe in Canada, because it's all we think about in Canada. But could you have envisioned playing for the Coyotes? Why didn't you? Did that opportunity ever come up? You've ended up living there, but you never played there. I find that a bit of a paradox.
Yeah, no, I never had the chance to play here. I played against them a lot, but I was always kind of on my deals, and whenever I got traded, I obviously didn't have any say on where to go, right? So I went to visit here a lot, and I loved it, and now we're here for the foreseeable future.
Good for you. How's the real estate market, by the way? You're selling luxury real estate in Canada here. It's booming. It's robust in the pandemic. How's it been in the Valley?
I always say being a buyer in this market is kind of like what it was like finding toilet paper down here in March, April last year, right? It's like impossible.
Wow.
There's no inventory. There's like very little to choose from, and there's a ton of buyers. So that's when it comes in that you need a good agent, right?
Good for you. Well, you're the guy. You got the personality. You got the charm. You got everything. Let me just ask you this: is that your dog?
That's my dog. My wife
sounds like a Swedish.
Panda.
Sounds like a Swedish dog. What's your dog's name?
We have two. So we have Panda and Puma.
Panda and Puma. I like it.
Yep.
Just a word on the Honda West Division, if you don't mind. It's very interesting. I was looking at it today. The Avalanche are 6th. The Golden Knights are, I believe, 1st. Like, what's going on in that West Division down there? You got the Blues and the Wild in there. Looks like it's like anybody's division right now.
Yeah, like everyone kind of expects the Avalanche to be like the front runner for the cup, right? So they're kind of this team, I think, that once they get rolling, they're going to be really hard to stop. But they obviously haven't got rolling yet. Like Minnesota's playing really well. Like my buddy Victor Rask kind of just like woke up from not playing at all for like the last couple of years here. So no, it's fun to see all of these kind of rivalries getting together now, and like it's like 9 games against everyone, right? So yeah, it's really fun to see.
Yeah, games are unreal, and the Wild just exploded. Your guy Rask, you're right, with his line just exploding with the win over Colorado. Who saw that coming? But look, Eddie, our last question is 44 years ago today, the movie Slapshot came out. Do you have a favorite character in the movie Slapshot, and if so, who is it?
I don't know. It's really hard not to go with the Hanson brothers, right? Like they're just like so much fun, and that movie is such a classic. I can't believe it's 44 years ago. I just saw that last week. It was Happy Gilmore. It was 25 years since that one came out, right? And I'm like, oh my God, we're all getting old now, I guess.
Yeah, you're no kidding. But great movies. They don't make them like that anymore. 2 quick questions. Producer Clark wants to know if you've talked to your buddy King Henrik lately. How's he doing?
I have not talked to King Henrik, but from what I'm seeing on social media and everything, he's on the ice now, skating and everything, right? And I thought just like 3 or 4 months ago that like that might be it for him playing, but like he's like a different breed. Like same with like the Tiger Woods injury and everything now too, right? Like if anyone can come back, it's like people like that, right? Like they don't know how to quit.
No kidding. No, and the main thing with Tiger too, just like Henrik, let's hope they're safe and healthy. You know, not worried about a comeback here right now. Eddie, we'll let you go. You're a busy guy. This has been awesome as always. Keep smiling and keep selling, my man. Keep safe.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
The great Eddie Lack joining us from Phoenix, Arizona, where he's selling luxury real estate. And that Pigskin and Pucks podcast guy asked about Eddie's career, why he isn't still playing, and it's because of the hip injury that Eddie's had. Very unique and rare hip condition that he's had, forced him into retirement. But as you can see, things are going just fine for him. Okay. We'll get this Slapshot thing going. We got a curling report coming up. Corey DeTavio's watching in Winnipeg regarding favorite Slapshot characters. He says, come on, Roddy. Gilmore Tuttle, Syracuse Crunch from Mile 40, Saskatchewan, where he now runs a donut shop. Corey, good memory. We'll fix you, you little... We'll be right back with all of this fun on a Thursday morning. It's the RP Show, Game Plus TV, Facebook and YouTube Live, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service, Rockstar Supply Chain Solution is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better.
Look like the pros. Shop Ultimate Fan Zone. NHL, NFL, MLB, CFL, NBA, and more. We have something for every sports fan. Autographed jerseys, prints, jersey stitching, custom framing, and collectibles. UFZ is your one-stop sports store offering fans official team gear. Check out Saskatchewan's Man Cave Corner on River and Main, downtown Moose Jaw, or visit us online at ultimatefanzone.ca. Built by fans for the fans.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience. Find us at ddgregina.com.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina. Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
Did you know you can catch all the best moments from the show on all our social media platforms? Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. What a great day it's been. Led by our poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. 44 years ago today, the movie Slapshot was released. We're asking you people, there you go, to vote for, there's two, I like it, to vote for your favorite character in Slapshot. And not everybody's getting all the lines right, but they're close. Like Randolph Zora writes in, Billy Charlebois, who hails from, if I can read the card here, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. That's why I say it that way all the time.
Yeah.
From Donald Mitchell, Slapshot fave, Hanrahan, the goalie, and Ogie Oglethorpe.
Ogie's good.
They're all great.
They're all great. You know what
Not Poodle.
When we hit 50 years, okay, of Slapshot,
yeah,
we're going to have everybody know in advance, And when the show starts, we're going to say 3, 2, 1. Everybody will hit play on their own movie, and we'll watch it together. And we'll.
Hey! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Clark just said, the Hanson brothers have just retweeted our poll. So we're going to get some love out of that. But when the cops were knocking on the door of the dressing room, the Hansons. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's all great. The whole movie is great.
The whole movie. Yeah.
Women's curling powerhouses, as we get into the Verge Agro curling report. Women's curling powerhouses Carrie Einerson and Rachel Holman clash today. For the first time since last year's Scotties final, the lack of a competitive curling season because of the pandemic makes the 2020 Scotties tournament in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, feel not that long ago for Einerson, who wedged Rachel Holman 8-7 in an extra end to take the crown. The defending champions at Ontario's Holman square off in the round-robin finale today at Wynn Sports Markin McPhail Centre. Regardless of the result, they will both continue into the championship round of the Hearts, while 8 other teams tussle for the remaining 6 berths today. Alberta's Laura Walker, Carrie Galusha of the Territories, and Beth Peterson's wild card Team 3 are all 4-3 in contention in Pool A. Quebec's Laurie St. George topped Pool B with a 5-2 record, but her rookie foursome was among 5 still battling for 4 playoff spots today. Saskatchewan's Sherry Anderson, Manitoba's Jennifer Jones, both 4-2. Chelsea Carey at 4-3. PEI's Suzanne Burt, all 3-3, are all contenders in Pool B. The 8 advancing teams take their records with them into the championship round Friday and Saturday. The top 3 from the championship round will be Sunday's playoff teams, with the number 1 seed earning the bye to that day's final. So there's your curling report today for Verge Agriculture, helping farmers plan and optimize their operations across every field. Visit vergeag.com to learn more today. We're very excited to work with them.
Oh, yeah. Extremely.
They've been great. You can follow them on Twitter, by the way, at Verge Agro. Chris Robinson says, let's go Northwest Territories. About time the Territories broke through. This year, they actually have a shot. So, yeah, people are into their Scotties coverage. They're into, obviously, NHL stuff. Oh, my God.
They're into Slapshot.
They're majorly into Slapshot today. Donald Mitchell says, Clarence, Screaming Buffalo, Swamptown. Do you know how culturally inappropriate most of that movie was?
Oh, I know.
They couldn't release a movie like that these days. Or maybe you could. I don't know.
I know.
I went to a couple of performances at the Connexus Credit Union Center, Connexus Arts Center here, and I couldn't believe how inappropriate they were. One was this cross-dressing girl. I can't remember her name. Bianca something.
Yeah.
She was from the Drag Race, and she like unbelievably inappropriate. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost getting offended here. Then I realized she doesn't have to. She's not going to get canceled. You know what I mean? She can say whatever she wants. You can put whatever you want in a movie.
Book of Mormon?
Oh.
You went to that?
That was bad. I was literally almost going to walk out of Book of Mormon halfway through. That's not my thing. Hey, write in with not only your favorite characters, but your favorite scenes and movies. Normie Fong, the Hall of Fame equipment manager of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, wrote in. I'd have to go through here and find it, what Fongo said. We had 9 pages of comments have come in here.
Old school hockey.
Andre Poodle Lucier.
Like Eddie Shore.
Poodle.
Yeah.
Old time hockey.
Like Eddie Shore.
Yeah, Eddie Shore. Norm Fong says, my favorite slapshot player is goalie Denis Lemieux. Many funny quotes. The hair. It's sick. I hate it here. Make me puke. Bah. I guess if we'd known, we could have pulled up some. Can we legally air those clips or not?
What did he say about going to the penalty box?
I hate that here. You feel 2 minutes
shame?
by yourself and you feel shame.
You feel shame.
And then you get free.
Yeah, that's good.
Todd Pinkney Says Rod went to a drag show and then got told he was dressing like a drag queen. For all of our new viewers across this country that are watching on Game Plus, they're like, what is coming out of my television right now? Joe Lazito watching in Long Island. You can't say the line, but I think we all get a chuckle when Reg mentions Jackie Robinson. You're garbage for letting us all go down the drain. We will be right back with more viewer takeover, okay? Maybe we'll get into today's CFL report as well. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus TV. Across all 10 provinces and 31 states, live daily on YouTube and Facebook, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
Send us your opinions now. We won't victimize you unless you really deserve it. Now, back to your host, Rod Pedersen.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Viewer Takeover. And by the way, we had Eddie Lack with us earlier from Arizona. Just a fun catch-up, NHL chat with Eddie. Selling luxury real estate down there. And coming up next hour, Jason Gregor from TSN 1260 Edmonton. The Oilers are on the cusp right now of the top 5 in the NHL from their NHL.com power rankings. But here in the viewer takeover, I'm going to read some text messages here from the Prairie Mobile text line. You can reach us at 306-840-8777. Prairie Mobile is your authorized SaskTel mobility dealer. It's not all regarding your favorite Slapshot lines. 44 years ago today, the movie Slapshot was released. Scott in Saskatoon writes this. He says, Rod, I was in Moose Jaw over the weekend doing a staycation at the spa. We phoned the Mad Greek for takeout, and I asked for the Rod Pedersen special. They hung up. Kidding. Great food, great people. Keep up the great work, Rod. Thank you, Scott in Saskatoon. But hey, Moose Jaw, Mad Greek, can we get on the Rod Pedersen special? Can we do that? Yep. Every time I go, I order the Greek platter for 2. Maybe we can rename that or something. Is that too presumptuous? You got to give the people what they want. From Ray in the 6. Rod, funny scene when Ned Braden jumps into the broadcast booth. The play-by-play guy lost it when Braden ripped off his toupee. Great movie. You're going bald, Jim. Can't you own up to it? At least I'm not jacket like you. The whole movie. And here's the thing. I was not prepared for this. Clark dropped this in our lap in our morning meeting. I wish I had more lines. You Googled Slapshot lines. You've been reading them off here for an hour.
I had a couple. Yeah, I pulled them up.
What was your favorite?
Actually, well,
Francine.
Yeah, when he's explaining the penalties or the icing. That was pretty good.
To Mrs. Reggie Dunlop from Reggie Dunlop. Collect. Francine, Reggie Dunlop's ex-wife, just a spitting image for Sandy Ronaldo from CTV News.
Okay.
Spitting image. Google it. If you did your cheekbones better, you could look like Cher. Huh? Am I going too far with this? You tell me.
Hey, when you run your own show, you can do whatever you want. Do what you want.
Ryan Penner says if they did not have McDavid and Dr. D, they would be bottom 5. I'm a Flames fan, though. He's talking about the Oilers being on the cusp. Look, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I said the Senators, when the Oilers swept them, that would be the turnaround for their season, and here they are. They're playing like a team. They don't play 60 minutes yet, but they're getting there.
They're getting, we look at McDavid and Draisaitl, they wouldn't be the same team. The Leafs would be not the same team without Matthews and Marner, and every team would be less without their stars. But the depth scoring at Edmonton has been outstanding over the last stretch.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
They can't believe my comparison. Francine, Sandy Ronaldo. Never been seen in the same room together at the same time. I'm telling you, Google it. From Brady, Prairie Mobile text line. Hey, Rod, Dominic Ducharme is our head coach for the near future. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I don't want to hear any names being thought of for the Habs head coaching position other than Ducharme. Enough of this Patrick Waugh crap. It's Ducharme's job to lose, and to be honest, I think he'll be back. Well, the proof is in the pudding, Darren. Would you not agree?
I would agree. Somebody even suggested if Patrick Waugh is going to come in and take the job, he's going to want to be the GM too. So that would be...
That's possible. That's not going to happen. Last one from Halifax, the 902. Jamie, here's a great Slapshot quote. Hyannis Sport broadcaster. The fans are standing up to them. The security guards are standing up to them. The peanut vendors are standing up to them. And by golly, if I could be down there, I'd be standing up to them. Remember that? And he didn't even have a name. Next hour, Jason Gregor. We'll be talking about Telemiracle 45 coming up. More of all of this and more Slapshot lines. Stick around, everybody. Coming back after the break.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming, the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
He's covering everything that matters to you. It's the Rod Pedersen Show. Tune in live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to noon to catch the show live and be a part of the action. Take control by commenting live and sharing the show with your friends. Now,
clear the track. Here comes Lack. Let's head down to Phoenix now.
How about that?
Goaltending is like the most important position you have, right? And that's one that you can't afford to mess up with. If I were Vancouver, of course I would re-sign my best player. Marky has just shown so much growth and like really shown that he can play like a ton of games and play at a really high level, right?
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It is. Good day, Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world. It's the second half kickoff, and away we go into the pool. RP here, Darren Moose DuPont there. We've been alerted to the fact that it is Tony Saragella's birthday today, of the legendary Saragella family, the Saragella Mafia.
Nice.
I've been regarded as the fifth Saragella brother, so happy birthday, brother Tony. Watching from the energy capital today over in Winnipeg, Gary Lincoln lets us know that from Winnipeg, liked and shared again for hour 2. Thank you, Gary. Gary. We've covered a very large amount today. We had Eddie Lack with us in hour 1, famed NHL goaltender, taco aficionado, and now luxury real estate agent in Phoenix, Arizona. That was in hour 1. Coming up this hour, Jason Gregor of TSN1260 to talk about those Edmonton Oilers And our viewers are jumping in with all kinds of comments and questions about that, and I'll read a couple of them. Ian Crosby, the dairy farmer, says, do the Oilers not need a goalie if they legitimately want to make a cup run? Bad goals and a sub-900 save percentage won't cut it. Just hang on. Brett Taylor says they might need a D-core that can provide them the protection they need. They gave up a lot of scoring chances. I've kind of given up on Mike Smith. I was his biggest supporter, so I'm out on that. So over to Darren, because he has a response to the Oilers' goaltending situation.
Mike Smith has a .934 save percentage, and he's 5-0. So I think you're okay so far.
Yeah.
But I get the long-term kind of, if you ask Mike Smith to play 40 or 50 games, over time it's probably not going to stay there. But the sample size is good so far.
From the Puck and Pigskin podcast in Alberta, says, okay, I missed it. How Darren got the nickname Moose. Can you catch me up? Moose DuPont. Google it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the age of our viewers is really coming through, isn't it? They're not aware of anything that happened before their birth.
No.
And let me just say, it is the 44th anniversary of the release of the movie Slapshot. It is so much and by far my favorite movie, but also my favorite sports movie, that when people ask, what's the greatest sports movie of all time? I don't even answer it anymore because it's such, I don't say Slapshot anymore because it's such a given. I try and think of something else. But anyways, from Robin in Prince Albert, he writes in, this young man has had a very trying rookie season. What with the litigation, the notoriety, his subsequent deportation to Canada, and that country's refusal to accept him, I guess that's more than most 21-year-olds can handle. Number 6, Ogie Oglethorpe. So the poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center is, which is your favorite Slapshot character? And we could only come up with 3. We're only allowed 3 and then an other. And what we came up with was the Hanson brothers, Reg Dunlop, the coach, and Dave Killer Carlson. I thought of Denny Lemieux, the goalie, Jim Carr, the radio broadcaster. But that all could fall under the other. Right?
Yep.
The Hanson brothers are watching in the United States. They've retweeted our tweet, so they want some help. Do you guys have the results there on Facebook? Would you mind throwing them up? Facebook's glitching, they say. Facebook's being testy, so no, they don't have. Thank you. Leading are the Hansons. 46% on Twitter. Anyways, let's do the quick 6 show topics, please, before we get too far derailed. Thank you, Director Jordan. My NHL leftovers, I'm just calling it up. I'm not being rude here. NHL leftovers from Wednesday night. The Leafs better win the Stanley Cup. They beat the Flames last night 2-1 in overtime. Looked great doing it. They're the number 1 team in Canada right now. They're off to their second best start in franchise history. You could legitimately say this is the best Leafs team ever. So now you better win a Stanley Cup. You've proven you can win in the regular season. I'm never going to take my foot off the gas with this hockey team, just so you know. And when I was defending them the other night, I didn't honestly really mean it. I was just playing when I said they were undermanned. Did you see the reaction from people on that?
Oh, yeah.
They were like, not you too. No. TSN and Sportsnet Leaf lovers, not the RP show. I wasn't serious. I'm never going to let them off the hook. Second leftover. Habs should hire, not retire. They did that once. How'd that work out? Patrick Waugh. I think they should hire Patrick Waugh as their head coach. But as you said, he might want to be the GM, and that's a no-go. My next leftover is the Avs are in 6th. Has anybody noticed? In the Honda West Division with a .594 winning percentage. Just putting that out there. Just stating fact. I said the Anaheim Ducks are the Regina Pats South. And they need more of them. Josh Mahura and Sam Steele hooking up on a goal last night in Arizona, but it wasn't enough for them to win. And my last leftover is that's the same Anton Hudobin as the Saskatoon Blades 16 years ago. The guy that shut out the Florida Panthers last night with a 43-save shutout. He didn't play like that in junior. But what he's proving is that you do get better the older you get as a goaltender. There's no two ways about that. So that's my NHL leftovers. Moving on, NHL.com's top 5 from their power rankings of 16. I've written down the top 5 teams. NHL.com has them as Boston, Tampa Bay, Vegas, Toronto, and Florida. Point 3 of the quick 6 is the RP show bottom 5. The worst team in the NHL is the Detroit Red Wings. The second worst team is Ottawa. Third worst, Vancouver. Fourth worst, Nashville. Fifth worst, the Buffalo Sabres. See if that changes in a week. Point 4, Clash of the Titans at the Scotties today. Team Ontario versus Team Canada. They will close out the round robin. Einerson versus Holman. But they've already clinched playoff spots. Point 5 is the CFL return to play. And I'm going to roll this out, Darren, as the CFL report today. Okay?
Yep.
The CFL, I'm reading from Canadian Press. The CFL faces more challenges in its planned return for 2021 than it did last year, when it was forced to cancel its season. The CFL and its Players Association continue working on their return to play protocols. On Wednesday night, the union said in a memo to its members that the updated plan would be available for submission by week's end. In the memo, it said, having a government-approved plan that outlines how we will keep Players Association members, team staff, game staff, and communities safe and protected from virus spread is an important and required first step we must take alongside the CFL in order to play a safe 2021 season. The plan was created in partnership with the CFL office and with advice and input from trusted medical experts who have helped other professional leagues safely return to play, including the NFL, NBA, MLB, and MLS. The CFL has released a 21 schedule with the expectation of training camps opening in May. The first exhibition game is slated for May 23rd. That's the CFL report that we do every day. Today, it's not about transactions. It's not about hirings or firings or layoffs. It's about the CFL's return to play. And I think we're 11 months into this. We're all tired of the bunk and the poppycock. We want a yes or a no, but the CFL can't give you a yes or a no. Based on what I just read, Darren, will it be up to the government? Because I hear that a lot. It'll be up to the government whether the CFL plays. Or will it be up to the CFL? What do you say?
It'll be up to the CFL. It will be. I mean, obviously it'll be up to both of them because what do we need to do? Work together, right? We don't have enough working together in this country, and we need more of it. But it'll be up to the CFL to have the plan in place that is acceptable for the government. The government won't say, won't determine if they can play. The plan that the CFL puts together will determine if they can play. Because we know the government's already approved sports at multiple levels to play. So your plan just has to fit that. You have to be willing.
I'm following it like everybody else. Jeff, the Stamps fan, mentioning yesterday that Rod said they will play. Rod said they won't play. That way he can guarantee he'll be right. This isn't a game. I'm following the same thing that you guys are. I don't have any inside info. And by the way, it's very hard to make a prediction when you don't know the truth. You don't know all the factors. I mean, one team said that they were going to be out of money by last September, that they were going to be bankrupt. And here we are, end of February, and they're still going. So as long as the CFL teams have the money to pay their staff and roll, they can sit and afford to wait this out. I guess that's what it is, the world's longest rain delay. But I don't know all the factors. Like in the recovery coaching world that I work in, we often say, I need to know every detail of your story here before we can get better. If you're going to withhold things from me, I can't help you. Right? And inevitably, there's a truck coming from your blind side, boom, that they didn't tell you. And that's kind of where we're at, I feel, with the Canadian Football League. I don't know all the factors. They're not giving us all the factors, so I can't give you any prediction on whether they're going to play or not. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
And the football guys that I'm talking to, there are guys taking jobs in other leagues, lesser leagues. And I think that's the one thing that I wanted to point out this morning. I talked to a guy today in Florida, and I just said, maybe take a job at this lesser league, lesser level until this is all sorted out. And he's like, I'm afraid that we're never going back to what it was. So the guys are really, they're panicking. They're panicking. Why wouldn't they be panicking, Darren? And then with these, actually, I'm going to dovetail this into point 6 of the quick 6. It's the WHL trade deadline today and the Canadian Junior Hockey League trade deadline day today, which is a clerical thing. Like, I don't really think anybody's going to be traded in the Western League. But what the GMs in the Junior A are trying to do is move their 20-year-olds to leagues that are playing. Because they're playing in Alberta, they're playing in the Maritimes, they're not playing in BC, they're not playing in Manitoba, they're not playing in Saskatchewan. And I think it's highly admirable that these leagues are doing it for the players. They're not doing it for themselves. I think at the end of the day, that's what the CFL is trying to do too, but it's far different. It's far different. And I guess, Darren, one thing of the many that we've learned in the pandemic is there isn't a lot of empathy out there. Joe Blow doesn't care about the 20-year-old hockey player, or Sally Q Public doesn't care.
No.
Doesn't mean that they don't matter, but people just don't care. At least they didn't die. Okay, their career's over, but hey, at least they didn't get the virus. Can you imagine if the teams felt that way?
I know. Right? It would be devastating.
Scary.
It's very scary. Very scary. I mean, big picture, it's not a big deal. I mean, big picture, but when you're 19 or 20 years old, it's a big deal. It's a whole year. I mean, that's a massive amount. That's, 5% of your life. The 1 year.
Exactly.
5%. That's incredible. Right? So it is a big deal. But, I just want to get things sorted out.
Checking in with some of the viewers here. Jeff Stamp says maybe the CFL has a plan, but purposely keep us in the dark to create debate and dialogue. Do you think they're that crafty? I don't believe that that's the case. Chris Bird says, I agree. We even need the Ticats for it to be the CFL. It just wouldn't be the same without them. Whoa. What did I miss in the comment section? Who's talking with the Ticats going anywhere? Not only when the CFL comes back will we all have 9 teams, we might have 10 with the Atlantic Schooners. You have your hand in the air.
We got breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
The CEBL has announced their 21 schedule.
Nice, the Canadian Elite Basketball League.
Just minutes ago. So that's big. And an innovative ticket protection plan for season ticket holders. So I'll try and just give you the Coles notes. Unveiled a 21 regular season schedule Thursday. It's a 14-game slate, reduced from 20, pushed back from mid-May start to June 5th to accommodate the possibility of fans being able to attend games in person. So that's pretty exciting. Late August playoff finish because most of its players must report to their international pro teams by September. So June 5th, start date. And they're going to play in their home cities.
Well, I was actually noticing all these transactions that teams are making. I'm like, something's going on here with the CEBL, and bravo to them. And we're going to be giving them a lot of coverage. Their commissioner, of course, is Mike Morreale. He's sat in that chair. Quick, who's the defending champions of the CEBL?
I want to say Hamilton.
Edmonton Stingers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they had the 2-week bubble?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got them.
I don't like being wrong.
I know. I hooked you. More from the viewers. Jeff Cabillas in Winnipeg says, the CFL? Crafty? My cat is more crafty. Larry in Medicine Hat says, perhaps the CFL should have an East and West bubble and come together for the Grey Cup. It's like a wave a wand. And let's just put on a bubble in these two cities. They'd have done it. It's highly, highly, highly complicated to do that. But you mentioned the CEBL, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to play no matter what. Just a couple of quick things because Jason Gregor's ready and connected, and we're going to get to him right after the break. But my mind's all over the place. For one, I was talking to a radio guy in the CFL the other day, a play-by-play guy, and he thinks that by the summer, the CFL will open the gates and have fans in the stadiums because there will be so much pressure on the government because they're seeing in the States, they're opening the doors to 10, 15, 20% to NBA teams now, right? Some NFL teams had it back in their regular season and playoffs. And I said, where's the pressure now? Right? Like, who's going to lead this?
Right.
I got tired of dropping the flag because I was getting crapped on by health officials, government officials. They're like, Rod, you want to be shut down? Zip. I shut up. Who's going to lead this rally to play? Because so far, nobody has. And then the other thing is, I mentioned the Belly Up Sports Network. It's like the blossoming next bar stool. And these guys and gals, it started with my appearance on the Slapshot Sweethearts podcast 10 days ago, and it's just we get a million miles. We've gone very far, very fast.
Yes.
Darren. So just follow Belly Up Sports. They're into every league. They're in all American markets. They've moved into Canada. And they're working together. They all retweet everybody's stuff. They like everybody's stuff. Ours, theirs. We're doing the same. We're all growing real fast by working together. But in Canada, the leagues don't seem to be working together. And my God, the media damn sure isn't working together because we've tried. You know, some of the Bell people that have lost their jobs, radio stations, is like, let's form a partnership. Let's work together. No, we're good. And I don't know that, you know that saying, we're stronger together? That actually works.
It's true.
So I actually just want to send a shout out to Belly Up Sports, because I'm doing these interviews now in Alabama, or Albany, New York, St. Louis, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and they want to talk hockey because they don't get hockey coverage down there. They don't get CFL coverage down there. And it's nice to be part of something. So shout out again to Belly Up Sports. Give them a follow. When we come back, Jason Gregor from TSN 1260 Edmonton. Lots going on today. It's the RP Show, Game Plus TV Network, live in all 10 provinces and 31 states. Also live daily on YouTube and Facebook, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 Ford F-150 Explorer or 2020 Ford Escape and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of thoroughly inspected pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say, and I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
Look like the pros. Shop Ultimate Fan Zone. NHL, NFL, MLB, CFL, NBA, and more. We have something for every sports fan. Autographed jerseys, prints, jersey stitching, custom framing, and collectibles. UFZ is your one-stop sports store offering fans official team gear. Check out Saskatchewan's Man Cave Corner on River and Main, downtown Moose Jaw, or visit us online at ultimatefanzone.ca. Built by fans for the fans.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Get to more of your comments in a moment. Just want to remind you that it is the 44th anniversary of the release of the movie Slapshot. Our poll question today is, Who's your favorite character? The Hansons, Reg Dunlop, Dave Killer Carlson, or other? And leading the way is the Hansons, but they actually retweeted it. The Hanson brothers did. From down in the States today. I voted for Reggie Dunlop. Not even the goalie. As we bring in Jason Gregor from TSN 1260 Edmonton. You love these polls and things, Gregor. Who's your favorite character from Slapshot?
Trade me right fucking now. No, that's probably my favorite one, Rod. I say that because if you see behind me, you'll see old Denny right there signed. So that's got to be my favorite guy right there.
You've got a reason. Yeah, you've got a reason. Yeah, I like Denny, too. I'm a Goalie guy, too.
Yeah.
Hey.
I apologize for swearing, Rod. I apologize.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the network. I hope we're okay. I'm fine. Hey, let's get serious for a second. The Edmonton Oilers are on the cusp of NHL.com's top 5. Have they, Gregor, turned the corner? Are they for real?
You know what? I think the Oilers are for real. They obviously had a bad start, but the Oilers were a good team last year, and I think that the 4-game collapse against Chicago in the playoffs is really what everybody remembered, and that's what they focused on. And there's no doubt that the Oilers soiled the sheets in those 4 games, Rod. But if you look in the 71-game regular season, they were a good team. And, they still had warts, don't get me wrong. They're not a cup contender, I don't think, just yet. But they're trending in the right direction. It helps when you don't have to run one goalie into the ground like they did with Mikko Koskinen. He's not good enough to play without practice time. It's not that he couldn't handle the game load. It's not the rest or fatigue. It's the lack of practice time that cost him. And so Mike Smith comes in, and Mike Smith's been even better than I expected, to be honest. I don't think he's going to carry a .935 save percentage all season long, but the Oilers are better there. They've got depth scoring. And when you have 2 of the top, whatever, you want to argue top 3, top 4, top 5 players in the game, you're going to have a chance most nights. And that's what the Oilers have. And I think that the big thing this year has been the emergence of Darnell Nurse on the back end. You need a legit top pair defenseman. And right now, he's not a number 1 defenseman because he hasn't done it long term, but he's playing like a number 1 defenseman so far this season.
The viewers are asking if the Oilers have the goaltending, which you kind of just addressed there, and other than that, the blue line. And that would be a good question to be a legitimate Stanley Cup contender. And I'll be honest, Gregor, they finished number 1 most points in Canada last year. They're in second place in this Scotia North Division now. I would say, why not be a Stanley Cup contender? But how about that blue line? And by the way, where's Ethan Bear? What's the deal on our favorite son from Ochapaway, Saskatchewan?
Ethan Bear, it looked like he was going to play last week. Then he had a setback. I'm not sure if you've seen the highlight, Rob, but he was sitting on the bench and a puck hit him square in the side of the head. And he's had a concussion since then. But he was back skating. He took some extra time again after the morning skate on Tuesday. They'll skate a little bit later today, and I think he's going to be a game-time decision. Obviously, concussions after the setback last week, I think they'll probably be a little bit more cautious, but he's very close. He could play tonight, and you know what? You probably want to slide him back in against Vancouver first game to get some, just a little bit more comfortable rather than when you play the 3-game set starting on Saturday against the Leafs. But Bear will come in, obviously he'll help the blue line, but Tyson Barrie and Darnell Nurse have been good. Adam Larson's really picked up his game. I think the Oilers' defense is good enough because the emergence of Nurse. It's not great, but when I look in their division, I think Montreal probably has the best 1 to 5 defense core, but they got the worst forwards core, right? And Carey Price isn't playing very well. So, I look at Toronto's defense. Do I think Toronto's defense is any better than Edmonton's? No. Calgary, no. Vancouver, definitely not. Winnipeg, no. So, to win 2 rounds, and once you're into the conference finals, whatever we're going to call them this year, then yeah, I guess you're a cup contender. So I think their defense is good enough for sure. It's emerged. Guys like William Lagesson has come in and just been a steady defensive defenseman, which is what they need, because the Oilers' biggest weakness for the last few years has been limiting goals against 5-on-5. And it looks like slowly they're starting to improve there, Rod. In their last 10 wins, they've only allowed 14 goals at 5-on-5. So, they've been at 2.18 for the last 3 years. To drop down to 1.4 is a pretty good one. Now, that's obviously not where they're at all year, but they're showing signs of finally figuring it out defensively.
I want to ask you some fun questions, but the viewers want to get all serious on us. For instance, Sean Dufour, WHL officiating, I think they call him advisor. Anyways, he's a dub ref. He says, any inside info on Klefbom?
Yeah, Klefbom is still in Sweden. He really wants to go see the doctor in Cleveland. And, he's kind of like a shoulder specialist. I think they're leaning towards surgery, but due to COVID and travel restrictions, he hasn't been there yet. And so until he goes and sees this doctor, we won't know. I'm guessing, you're looking at, June, realistically, before maybe May, but probably June before he's going to go see him. And that's going to be the deciding factor here. He's got chronic arthritis in the shoulder. And the question he's going to have for the doctor is, if he has the surgery, does it make it any better? Right? Like, arthritis really isn't something like you can scrape it away, the doctors have told me, but it doesn't cure it. And that's the concern. Like, Klefbom was like, he talked very openly, I want to say a month ago, about how for him, like, just, and he doesn't have kids yet, but he'd like to be a father. Like, he wants to be able to be a dad and pick up your kids and wrestle with your son and, body slam him and, have a lot of fun stuff. And right now, his shoulder's in so much pain, he can't do that. So it's not just about playing hockey for Klefbom. It's more of a lifestyle for him and wanting to be able to live without pain. And the surgery, there's no guarantee it'll improve it. And so Klefbom, it's going to be fascinating to see what happens for the expansion draft, Rod, because the NHL still hasn't ruled yet. Klefbom might fall into the category of potential career-threatening injury. Then the Oilers wouldn't have to protect him, right? They couldn't be claimed. And so that would help them on the back end. But if they deem that he has to be protected, and then he goes and let's say he's going to have shoulder surgery, and that means he's probably not ready until December at the earliest again, and it might not fix it, I'm not sold the Oilers will protect him with the emergence of some other defensemen. So that, to me, is the most fascinating thing about Klefbom, is what happens at the expansion.
We've got a viewer in Toronto wants to talk about the Leafs and their decor and Jake Muzzin and Justin Hall. Back off with the Leafs. We'll get the Leafs. We're talking Oilers today. I'm already tired of them. They're insufferable, Gregor, and they haven't won anything yet.
I will say that, I really like Justin Hall as a defenseman. Like, he's one of those guys that until you watch him lots, he's really emerged. Plus, he's got great hockey hair, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, it looks a lot like DuPont that way. Here's the fun question I had for you. Are you an Oilers fan as an Edmonton guy, or doing talk for so long, has that whipped that out of you?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the latter, Rod. Like, it's, which has probably been good. Otherwise, it'd be go crazy, because I have a lot of my buddies who are Oilers fans, and the last 2 decades have sucked. No fan base has witnessed more losses in the NHL than the Oilers. Right? Like, I looked up the numbers since the start of the 2000s. That's 20 years. Oilers have played like 1,534 games, and they've won 655 of them. Like, ugh. So, no, thankfully, I'm not an Oilers fan. Like John Short, when I got taught, he said, "Hey, there's no cheering in the press box." And so, I root for the city, because if the hockey team's better, it's better for business. It's better for everybody around it. And that really hasn't been the case for a long time, except this team's different. Like, the Oilers were a good team last year, and then they completely did not play well against Chicago. But they'll learn from that, and they're better, and they're going to be better. They're a playoff team, and I think they're going to be a consistent team now for the next 4, 5, 6 seasons. Can they win a cup? No one can predict that. It's virtually impossible. Like 2 years ago, Tampa Bay just steamrolled everybody in the regular season and then lost 4 straight to Columbus because Victor Hedman got hurt at the wrong time of the year and the rest of the team didn't play well. So, you need a little bit of luck to win a Stanley Cup, but I think Edmonton is finally trending to a position where you can say they should be a team that should be at least able to win 1 playoff round a year. And then after that, you need a little bit of luck.
By the way, Ricardo says it was just in a response to something you'd said. I won't say any more. Ricardo says, we're just having fun with you. I'm just saying the Leafs fans, just wait. If they actually win this thing, Gregor, I hope it's another 54 years before they win again. Viewer questions from Phil in Saskatoon. How about some love for Puljujarvi? And do you like his game right now? He seems like he has a bit more bite in his game. And I also like the emergence of Cahoon. Let's start just with Puljujarvi. He looks what they drafted. They're getting what they wanted.
Hey, Rod, he's the poster boy. I wrote an article 3 weeks after he's drafted, and it said patience. I didn't think he should have come over at 18. He wasn't ready at 19. Then at 20, he ended up having the bone spurs in his hip, so that kind of derailed his season. But by then, the guy had been beaten down. He had zero confidence. Now, he wasn't mature enough as an 18-year-old. He didn't take understanding the language important enough, so that's on him. but he shouldn't have been rushed to the NHL. It was a debacle from the get-go. The only guy at the time who really seemed to have any common sense in the organization was Todd McClellan, because he knew the kid wasn't ready. He tried to send him to the minors, and then they'd recall him all the time. And it was a waste. And people mocked me when I said he should go to Finland for a year because he needs to regain confidence. If you don't have confidence, I don't care how talented you are, you can't play. Puljujarvi's come back. He's a big, strong man. He's filled out his frame now. But, his English is 10 times better. He communicates with his teammates. He's brought his girlfriend. He's got a dog, so he's way happier off of the ice. But on the ice, like Puljujarvi's probably been their best puck retriever all season long. Like, he's a big body, 6'4". He can skate. He's in on the forecheck. He's pissing off the opponent sometimes. We saw it with Roussel the other day. Like, Puljujarvi, who's not a dirty player, but he skates into the contact, hammers Roussel kind of in the head, not even on purpose, and Roussel snaps. And, Puljujarvi, as Dave Tippett said, he's got to learn to protect himself a little bit better, but Puljujarvi's been fantastic. He is what I said he would be 5 years ago. Most European guys, Rod, you're looking 21, 22 years of age, especially guys who never played in North America. So this should be a great learning tool for everybody. Stop rushing guys thinking that because Connor McDavid and a few others can play at 18 or 19, that others can. It's asinine, and the NHL still does it. It blows my mind.
I was just going to say, they're all rushing them. I don't know why. And then it goes into junior. It filters all the way down, as you know, Gregor. Isn't it fun bringing in the viewers like this? I'm not sure if you do it as much with your show, but they want to know your thoughts on the Oilers' reverse retros. I got to be honest, I thought somebody puked on my TV screen the other night between the Canucks, theirs. It was just Technicolor, too wild for me.
I'll say, I like the Oilers retros. They're actually only scheduled to wear them 3 times. What the hell's the point of that? Like, that's a terrible decision. So tonight technically should be the last time. Now, I know the Oilers have contacted Lee because their fans, for the most part, love them. Most fans like their retro jerseys better than the dark blue with the thin orange numbers that they're wearing as their regular home jersey this year. That jersey, I don't really like at all. Right? And here's the thing: we can call retro jerseys. How many jerseys do you have? I actually really like the orange pants. But in practice, they have a gray jersey that they wear with the orange pants. It actually looks a little bit better than the bright white, but obviously gray's never been a color of the Oilers, so they wouldn't do it. But I'm traditional. Just go back to the blue with the bright orange. That's the best Oilers jersey. There's no doubt in my mind that's the best one. That's the one they should use. This new kind of mid-blue orange, I don't like that one at all. But I do like the retro one. I wouldn't wear it every night, but I'd wear it probably at least another 5 times.
It's a matter of opinion, obviously. I'm with you, McSorley, Kevin McClellan, Wayne Mess. That, if you could replicate that, do it. But I got an orange Oiler jersey that I put 99 Gretzky on, and I've been nothing but abused by people going, you can't cross eras. Shut up. I'll wear whatever I want to wear. It's unique. I like it. But, hey, in the time we have left, I think you would like to talk more CFL if you could on the Jason Gregor Show on TSN 1260. Can you please, in the time we have left, tell me your take on if they are coming back or not, just what you think and what you know?
Man, I love the CFL, and it sucks not having it last year. I wish they had a little bit better direction, if I'm being honest. I don't think they've done a great job. Just be honest and forthcoming. And I don't think there's been enough of that just yet. So I would like to think, if you go back to last summer we were able to do a lot of activities outside, a lot more close to normal than we have been in the wintertime. So, if you could look at CFLC and say, hey, you're allowed a certain percentage of fans in each building, and if that gets you up to 15,000, well, in some of the CFL buildings, that's a really good average. Obviously, Saskatchewan and Edmonton have averaged way more than that. But, even if it's only 20,000 in Edmonton because the stadium's so big, that would still be fine. I think they need to play. My hunch is we'll see a CFL season, but it won't be a full 18-game season. I think it's going to be, maybe 9, 12 games. I think it's starting closer in the fall. And that's me thinking positively for them. Hopefully the Double E actually have a team name by then. How long can you drag out a team name? My goodness. Give me a break. We all know the Eclipse sucks. We know the Evergreens is terrible. Just get down to the Elkhounds or the Elk and move on. And let's go. That's my biggest beef here, is that the Double E has been dragging out this name for I don't know how long, and it's ridiculous. It looks minor league to me. Just settle with the name and let's move on. Elkhounds is probably the best name. For being realistic, it's unique. You can have a great mascot with it and move on. Plus, no one else has it.
My guess is you're still an Eskimo guy, though. If you had your way, it would be Eskimos, correct? Or no?
Oh, if I'm picking, you mean a team to cheer for?
No. A name. I would prefer. Yeah.
That's obviously it's a tough subject, Rob, because you do a lot of research, and hey, some people are offended by it, so I can respect that, right? But I also see some Inuit people who aren't offended by it. So, if you could argue that they could go with Eclipse and just call themselves the Esks and be SC, SK if you wanted to do stuff like that. I'll be honest, I'm kind of past the point of caring. If they're not going to be called the Eskimos, like I was never like, oh my goodness, like that's the name. Like it's a name. Like people didn't like the Red Blacks when they first came out, and now people are like, the Red Blacks, it's all right, mind it. So I don't get too hung up on a name so much, but I get hung up on the process of it. So they made a decision. They changed it. Okay, I don't have to agree with it all the time, but I can live with it. I can respect how some people feel that maybe it's offensive to them. Okay, I wish we would have had more conversations about why is it offensive to you? And because it offends 10% of people, do we have to change for them? That's probably a debate for another show. But the thing that actually offends me more, Rod, is that was over 6 months ago. Like, what the hell are you doing? Here we are, it's the end of February, and you still don't have your name. So just come up with a moniker, have courage and convictions, and move forward with it.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Gregor, always fun, as you know. Thanks, my man. Enjoy the game tonight. Let's do it again soon.
Hey, Roddy, love it. I might have to watch Slapshot later on. Who owns the Chiefs?
Owns. Thanks, Jason. Jason Gregor, TSN 1260 Edmonton with us from the City of Champions. Lots to come. Moose Dupont will be back in here with us. And viewer takeover. Let's start it up next. Let's get it going. It's the RP Show, Game Plus TV network across all 10 provinces and 31 states. Live daily on YouTube and Facebook. And listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 Ford F-150, Explorer, or 2020 Ford Escape and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of thoroughly inspected pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives, focusing on the things that matter. While the world seems to be facing one challenge after another, our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Building a deeper connection with our fans by putting them in the show. It's a new era of sports talk. The Rod Pedersen Show airs from 10 to noon, Monday to Friday on Facebook Live. Join the conversation today and tune in. Online, on your phone, at home, at work. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And subscribe on YouTube for all the content you want to watch. Don't wait. Do it right now. Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. I cannot believe what happened overnight. Look at that telemiracle total over my shoulder, Dukes.
I know.
315,000. Higher.
Where are we going?
We got a couple days left, man. And I was going to come in here today and say, can we hit 300,000? Can I ask you to hit 300,000? Shattered it.
400.
Yeah. Can we hit 400,000 in the next 48 hours before Telemiracle 45 begins Saturday night? It's a Sasky thing. We're raising money for the Kinsman Foundation. Their slogan is helping people every day. And that's what they do. Improve their quality of life at Independence through gifts of mobility equipment and medical travel assistance.
Call your Saskatchewan friends, e-transfer them money.
Yeah, that would be good. If the out-of-province people got their Saskatchewan people to buy their tickets, we would hit 400,000 easily.
Text producer Clark, transfer him some money.
Do you want this?
No, go ahead.
Telemiracle5050.ca is the website to purchase your tickets. 1 ticket for $20, 5 tickets for $50, 20 tickets for $100, or 100 tickets for $250. Look, you haven't spent any money for months. This is the Kinsman Foundation, okay? Nice guys run the Kinsman Club, as Lynch says. We're going to make the draw Friday night, announce it live on Telemiracle just prior to Telemiracle 45 on Saturday. Darren and I are going to be there. This was another thing I wanted to say today was that my youth group as a kid in grade 12, we all came into Regina and banged on the doors at Telemiracle. We wanted to get in. It was Saturday night. We couldn't get in. I guess once you're in, you're in.
Okay. You're hunkered in.
And that was like 1989.
Yeah.
1990. Think about that for a second. What do you think it's like in COVID now?
I know.
It's always been my dream.
Are we going to stay all night?
To be at Telemiracle. I don't know. My wife's leaving town. I got all weekend free. So why would we not stay all night?
We could.
Telemiracle 45 this weekend on CTV. But more importantly than that, buy your tickets, please, today. Telemiracle5050.ca. Okay. So hang on a minute. Clark said the 5050 website crashed just now. So thank you. Just hold on and do it throughout today, and that would be great. We got finals. Make the final. Who says it?
Oh, Vic Rotter.
Saskatchewan winning over BC 8-7 in draw 16 this morning at the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary. Sherry Anderson goes to 5-2 and qualifies for the playoffs out of Pool B. Again, Saskatchewan 8, BC 7. Manitoba, Jennifer Jones. She's just picking up steam.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked New Brunswick 12-3 this morning. She goes to 5-2. Was that their pre-record? Doesn't matter. She's rolling. That's 154th career win.
Yeah, it's great.
PEI over none of it. 10-8. Actually, I got the records right here. Yeah, these are updated.
Yeah.
These are updated records. So PEI goes to 5-3. None of it. Are we going to have the conversation? They're 0-7. How long Curling Canada, how long are we doing this? Like, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Maybe we should face off on that.
You hope one day. But it's like the old Adams, right? Everybody needs a tune-up game.
A slump buster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they keep putting a rep in every year, but they never win. And it's not just none of it. Yukon, EB, they're winless. I don't know why you would want to participate. And Team Wildcard, Fleury, she went to 5-3 with an 11-2 win over Newfoundland, who's now 2-5. So those are finals from this morning in our curling report, brought to you daily by Verge Agriculture, helping farmers plan and optimize their operations across every field. Visit vergeag.com to learn more today. So I'll just talk for a little bit here, and then we'll break and come back for the overtime segment. But our fun question today that's turned out to be way more fun than I thought. Our poll question is, who's your favorite character from Slapshot? And the reason we ask is because today is the 44th anniversary of the movie being released. And yes, Jason Gregor is going to be contributing to the swear jar. His is goalie Denis Lemieux. They're, as you said, all great. The primary characters are the Hansons, Reggie Dunlop, Ned Braden, who I didn't even put in the poll because nobody likes Ned Braden. He was one of the main guys.
Right.
Michael Keane, who would later go on and star in Dante's Peak. Trivia question there. Or other. And most people are saying Denis Lemieux. Jim Carr's got a lot of fans. The radio guy.
They're always good in those movies. Major League, Slapshot.
Harry Doyle.
You know, they're all good. They play a role.
Hey, A-Dog writes in and says, Football Friday. Yeah, I know. Check the calendar. It's tomorrow. I've been itching to talk about the football. I really have. But there's not a lot going on. Fridays are saved for football, and we got a big lineup tomorrow. The voice of the Dallas Cowboys, Brad Sham, is going to be with us from Dallas, Texas. Tori Gurley, our NFL insider, and TSN's Dave Naylor is going to bring us what he knows about the CFL's return to play. He's the guy that broke the story about them getting their proposal together this week to go to the government. But anyways, that's tomorrow. When we come back, viewer takeover with all you want to talk about. That's why we call it Viewer Takeover. We'll be right back. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus TV Network, live on YouTube and Facebook, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry. There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
This right here is time well spent. Why not pour yourself a smooth Saskatchewan-made Original 16? Warm up to the opportunity to seize the day.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
He's covering everything that matters to you. It's the Rod Pedersen Show. Tune in live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to noon to catch the show live and be a part of the action. Take control by commenting live and sharing the show with your friends. You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
And Moose DuPont. And the nickname Moose is catching on, if you haven't noticed.
It is, isn't it?
So, viewer takeover, as I said, all kinds here. I was saying, should we drop none of it in Yukon from the Scotties competition, which, by the way, Briar, they don't have much better results there. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, I remember making the same argument about the World Juniors and non-competitive teams, and you almost bit my head off. What's the difference with curling? The difference is that I'm a hockey guy, not a curling guy. So I don't know. That's why I'm putting out there, should they be dropped? I'm saying in hockey they shouldn't be dropped, so maybe if you use the same thinking, they shouldn't be dropped. Let's just beat up on them. What the hell?
Right.
Trevor Bazilo in Manitoba, in Winnipeg, he says, let's hear some Jets-Habs preview. Let's go. Winnipeg needs some meat. I like it. Well, I called it up here immediately. Here you go. Montreal Canadiens, 9-5-4, fourth place in the North Division. Visit the Winnipeg Jets, 11-6-1, third in the Scotia North Division. Tonight, 7 p.m., Bell MTS Center, Winnipeg. The bottom line, Winnipeg hosts the Montreal Canadiens after Pierre-Luc Dubois scored 2 goals in the Jets' 4-3 overtime victory against the Canucks. The Jets are 11-6-1 against the rest of their division, which I think is a stupid stat to put in there, because that's all they play. But whatever. Winnipeg is the top team in the NHL with 6.1 assists per game, led by Mark Scheifele, averaging 0.9. Who writes this stuff? Who cares that they're leading the NHL in assists? I'm just reading what's there.
I know.
Can you not find a better stat than that? This is coming from the Associated Press, by the way. But top performers. Mark Scheifele leads the Jets with 10 goals and 16 assists. Neil Pionk has 10 points over the last 10 for Winnipeg. Jeff Petrie leads the Canadiens with 10 total assists and has 16 points. Philip Deneau has 5 assists over the last 10 games for Montreal. No injuries for the Jets. No injuries for the Canadiens. There's your preview tonight at Bell MTS, and TSN3 will have the game. But I'll say this. Maybe we should do a come-on official preview. I don't know who's favored. My guess would be the Jets would be favored. I don't know. I guess we could call it up. You're looking for it already? This is Montreal's first game after Claude Julien got fired. So what does that tell you? They're going to be playing guilty.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing with blood on their hands.
They're our favored.
Who is?
Montreal.
And that's why. The odds makers, because if you look at the records, the Jets would be favored. It's in their rink. They have a better record. But it's Montreal's first game with a new coach. It's over. Montreal's winning tonight, I'm sorry. Jake Allen's projected to start against Connor Hellebuck. Well, Carey Price sucked the other night.
Well, Jake Allen's 4-2-1 with a 214 goals against and a 932 save percentage. So he's played well. And you're right, those first games with a new coach, I like that. For come on, go to, take the Canadiens tonight.
There you go.
I like it. We got it in.
The upset. You're welcome. If we're wrong, don't add us. Clark's telling me that he's hearing that Carey Price will start tonight. That's the tough thing for the betting websites. They never really know. It's a guess.
Yeah.
Viewer takeover. Spicy. Phil Gross, you know him? In Saskatoon, he says, Pionk has been their best player. Love how hard that guy plays. My kind of defenseman. Bill Lothian says, go Jets. Ricardo, the Leafs fan in Toronto, says Montreal wins 4-3. I'm making a random call. We really got people going with the Edmonton team name discussion with Gregor. And I'm with him. I'm hypersensitive. Sometimes I think that I am too hard on the CFL, and it's only because I love them, and it's only because I expect so much out of them. I hope they understand that. So Gregor comes on and blasts the Edmonton football team for taking so long to name their team. I just don't want to say it, but I'll let him say it. What's taking so long? I don't understand. But they don't have tickets to sell. They don't really have merchandise to sell. Maybe that's why they're holding on. I don't know. Richard's watching in Boston. He says, the Edmonton Enigma, a mystery mascot each week. No. I think it's going to be the elk. And I'm with Lynch. Somebody's going to roll up with a trailer full of elk and unleash them just before kickoff outside the stadium. And chaos is going to run amok around Commonwealth Stadium.
That'd be awesome.
I think the marketing avenues off the Edmonton Elk are infinite.
Mm-hmm.
You do too, don't you?
I do too.
It's got to be the elk. I wanted Empire, but that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, that would have, the Star Wars thing would have been cool, but
yeah, James in Morden, Manitoba. He's one of our P1s. He says, did anyone see the TSN Top 10 Manitoba moments yesterday? It was cool. Yes, I saw it because watching SportsCenter is part of my daily routine. And they were great. It was Jennifer Jones winning. It was Jonathan Taves scoring an unbelievable goal where he walked through the entire team. It was all kinds of great things. And I'll be honest, I got a little jealous. I'm like, what would be the top 10 Saskatchewan moments? We'd have some great ones.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be a Getzlaff winning the Stanley Cup and the Grey Cup. There would be Gordie Howe. There would be Sandra Schmerler.
I was just going to say, you'd mix
There would be a lot. Again, we sneak a Terry Poole in there with the Houston Astros. I'm not sure, but kudos to TSN for doing the top 10 Manitoba moments because it was really awesome. Manitoba's got some chutzpah going here.
They do.
A-Dog writes, hey, Rod, what did you yak about on air last night in Albany? Was it lacrosse? I bet it was lacrosse. Lacrosse was part of the hour-long discussion with Ryan McCarthy, the host of the program, on Belly Up Sports last night in Albany. We talked a lot of lacrosse because they're getting a team in Albany in the NLL. The New England Black Wolves are moving there, and they're very excited in Albany. It's a big lacrosse town. Mm-hmm. They got a lacrosse program at the University of Albany. So we talked about that, and he is not a closet, he is an out-of-the-closet CFL fan, particularly an Anthony Calvillo fan. I think the CFL might have more fans in America than it has in Canada.
It's quite possible.
Just look at the population.
Yeah.
And they love football so much down there. Actually, we'll get into this tomorrow, okay? Because I remember saying to the writers, we should be marketing to North Dakota. We got two of their favorite sons, Ryan Smith and Weston Dressler. Let's put up billboards down there. Sell some tickets. We'll take their money. Shut up, Rod. Do the radio. Okay, I'll shut up. I guess the stands are sold out. Which they weren't.
No.
We're done. Thanks to Jason Gregor and Eddie Lack. Any last parting shots, Stoops?
No, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too. Brad Sham of the Dallas Cowboys, Tori Gurley, and Dave Naylor. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central and noon Eastern, right here on Game Plus. You screwed up, Clark.